Well, today we have old bananas again. We always go to Sam's Club and we buy the bulk pack, or we'll buy 5 and I'll only eat 2, and I always end up with old bananas and I don't like throwing them away. I know they're only like $1.79. They're really cheap to buy, but you know, I don't like throwing them away. So I have found another way to possibly do bananas today. So we're going to do this together, and it's going to be air fried banana snacks. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here with this. And as I've said in a past video, we'll take the wrapping off of them. Now this recipe called for like a coating of butter and brown sugar and cinnamon. I'm going to skip the cinnamon. So now I have approximately 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and I'm going to get a spoonful of some brown sugar. 2 tablespoons of butter to 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. All right, so now we are going to cut our bananas however we want. Now I think I'm going to make them all different sizes because that's how my bananas sort of were cut. They were all sort of different sizes. Now you can use good bananas too. It actually says newer bananas are better than the old bananas, but I have old bananas here. So I'm going to brush them. This butter substance here that I made. 400's as high as my air fryer will go. And I want these to be nice and sort of caramely, just like nice little candy caramel bites. All right, so let me get my air fryer. And I just have a little air fryer. All right, we'll do this first batch and we'll see how this turns out. So there's my air fryer. Okay, so I decided to also bake some of these in my oven at 400 for maybe 10 minutes. We'll see. So that's what I'm going to do now. Just put it in the oven. So into the oven we go with our other bananas. I have 2 things going on here. I've got the bananas in the oven at 400, and then I've got the air fryer ones going, and they're pretty much done. Here we go. We got bananas out of the air fryer. They aren't the texture that I really want. I feel like once they sit here for a little bit, they will become that. So we'll let them sit there and we'll put this next batch in. I'm going to try one of these that came out of the air fryer. This one right here. And the texture is really cool. Yeah. Wow. That's good. It tastes way better. It took the old banana taste out of it, so you've got a nice little fresh bite. So they are both done. This is just an easy little thing to do. You just put them in your oven. All right. These are softer, but I feel like they're going to be very similar to the air fryer. 400, and I'm going to say only maybe 10 to 15 minutes. I thought it was going to be 30, but they got done quicker than I thought. I feel like if you left the door open and just let them set in that 400-degree air, they might get like, you know, beef jerky, that kind of a texture. So that's a thought. I'm going to try that. But I'm going to say yes to taking your old bananas, putting some butter on them, maybe cinnamon if you like cinnamon, and brown sugar, putting them on top of them, and either putting them in your air fryer at 400 or your oven at 400 for about 10 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes on each of those. I wouldn't go longer, I don't think. And as they sit here, they get more done. Well, I have a lot of fun making these little banana chip snacks. And I didn't have to throw my bananas away, and I feel real good about that. So now I can snack on these today, and it's a healthy way to get that sugar fix. And so I hope you try it. Either if you have oven or air fryer, I feel like both ways are about the same. So may God bless you, and you have a beautiful day. And until next video.